take a look at our starting lineups brought to us today by Ali Salomaria. Mike Petrie, DC up first.
3 changes in the pack for DC tonight. 2 in the front row as Vaca and Longwell start. And USA Eagle Fahnana Schultz is back in the lineup at blindside flanker after his 5-game suspension for a red card earlier this season. He'll be a big boost for DC. 4 changes and some shifts for the DC backs this week. The Electric Sevens Olympian Muller's at left wing. Boney's back at 12, pushing Talataina to join him at 13 in the midfield. And Scotland's Hoyland shifts from 13 to fullback. Head coach Simon Cross's Boom Squad, as they're known in DC, is loaded with young domestic talent like Nelligan, Daniel, Buckley, and Powers, all looking to make some noise when their number is called and help their side get that first home win at the Soccerplex this season.
All right, well, Miami's got just 2 wins. They had 1 on the road. More on that in a moment, but let's look at the Sharks and their guys up front.
A few shifts and changes for Miami in the engine room this week. Petrokopoulos starts at loosehead. Ite joins the lineup at lock. So this year's #1 draft pick from St. Bonaventure, Rick Rose, drops to open side flanker, pushing Pryor to lead from number 6. No changes in the back line. That's anchored by South American playmakers Inciarte at 9 from Uruguay and Videla from Chile. At fullback, Etcheverry is the leading scorer for the Sharks and 3rd overall in the league with 68 points to his name.
Against LA, and they were both 22-22. So if you're in the DMV and you're going to play the daily lottery, you may want to play 2-2-2-2. Here we go, underway, Miami. Miami side doing a heck of a job to this point. Rolling, getting in there, ball. There's Marquise Goodwin, no arm in the air yet. And Miami, they can't get this one. They get it outside. And Willie Talataina.
Ben, let's be honest, it all comes from this. Look at this. This is a 10 to a 9 for a crash ball at the goal line. Doesn't get any better than that. You've seen lots of forwards taking it up, pick and goes, whatever else. But how about that? Put that one in your playbook. A 10 to a 9 for a crash ball, but it finishes there with McVie just throwing that over-the-top pass. That was just...
Nick Grigg, former Scottish international. He's got 3 tries for Miami. It's expansion side, 2 wins. It was back in 2020 when Old Glory joined Major League Rugby. They had to go through it, and they slipped through, and the Sharks are going to put that one down. What a turn of events.
With the lead on a play, the final play of the first half. We talked about how important that was. How about that turnover there? So the turnover is created by number 8, Ardow. So he's on the ground. Watch this. He's the one that's on the ground. He's on the bottom of that pile.
Yep.
And eventually, he's going to get himself up, work himself across the field. And from midfield, he is going to run a tremendous line. Watch this. Watch these hands from the forward pack there and straight through. That was 2 props. That's 1 Iscaro and 3 Longwell. And Ardow just finds a seam right between them. And there it is. Right through. Right through the 2 props. What a line. So he starts it and ends it, does Ardow, gets the turnover.
You are not kidding. That is a massive turn of events. And there is the number 8, Manuel Ardow, who... And on top of it all, he's starting franchise, not just in matches, but specifically the first half. And you got to wonder, what do they got to do? What's your opinion? What do they got to do to get better here in this match? Ardow, who's been such a factor, as we mentioned, in this game in many areas. Kick over the top, little tap out there, but Old Glory gets there and they gather it in.
With 2 pink jerseys on scene.
Here is Santiago Videla, 1 for 3 last week, 9 of 14 on the season. The flags go up, and Miami increases its lead. I just report the facts. I'm not in favor of it either.
Painful stuff, but credit to. Oh, look at this. Here we go.
Out, here we go. Back the other way. And DC, they come up with it, and they take advantage. Axel Muller.
I mean, when you're under the post after you've been scored on, sometimes you talk about it, and you're like, fellas, we need the ball back. And how about that? Muller just goes up in between a couple of pink jerseys, and then just nothing but green grass in front of him. Turns on the Jets and just goes. But how about that?
Buckley to it. Freeze it. Nelligan. Advantage being played here for Old Glory. Buckley to it again. Buckley. Short ball. Good offload there. Robertson the carry. He's yanked down. Ardow in there on the tackle. We'll reset here after the penalty.
Yep, Marquise, we're at a yellow card. The force is not high. There is no arms in the tackle. So we'll go with the yellow card.
12 and captain. We do have a no arms tackle here. It did make direct head contact. However, there was a sudden change of height, so it's knocked down. So, yeah.
But Robertson gets a chance at redemption here.
To put his side on top by 3 here. Time is back on. Walk-off winner form in round 2 at New England. The strike. Robertson is absolutely online with this one. Jason Robertson comes through in the clutch. Inciarte yanking bodies down. They get it to the back now, and they run it back, and Robertson will cap this thing off, and Old Glory's got the win. Jason Robertson